It's just been an absolutely stressful match for Wolves and Kagenda. It's so close, and I'm sure we're gonna end up in a 3-3 situation between these two teams, Sabi.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have to see how it continues on to this match. But right now, it looks like we're going to be heavy on towards our B side. All of the players stacking up over there, the smokes to cover their tracks, but it's not going to be enough. A bunch of the players on the side of Kagendra and a few on the side of Wolves as well fall down to their knees. But it looks like there's going to be a split push from the side of Wolves or split defense as some of the players on the side of Kagendra decide to push towards that A side as well.
The A side definitely up for the taking here, but Kagendra trying to go in right there, but the punch from Reeve does a good job right there, and now they have initial control. First section is gonna be open for Kagendra, but King says otherwise. 23-19 is our kill count right now as Guagua finds one from the back, making that gap a little bit shorter, but of course objective-wise, it is still on the hands of Kagendra right now, but Peg definitely finds another one and just gets that 3 life advantage for the Wolves Esports. But Owl, again, this man has been popping up, gets one right there, going for double. Nope, not just yet. Zai has plans otherwise, takes out Fran as well, but the trade is good. But still, Section 2, almost Section 3 is now for the taking for Kagendra. They will definitely and most likely take the objective A. Bravo up for the taking for Wolves, but still, life count still on the advantage of CDM.
Wolves having a really good game here. They're maintaining their lives and they're not losing too many. However, it is still a very close match. And with that 1 minute extension from capturing that A side, it looks like there might just be a chance of Kagendra to turn things around if they're able to play it strategically. Now, that is the question that still is yet to be answered because it looks like they're just rushing in for the fight right now. Not really worried if they're going to get taken down or not. But finally, the turn of tides come through as Kagendra gets the lead when it comes to the number of respawns left. Peg trying to get some for the side of Wolves, but it looks like it's not going to work on their favor. Kagendra now trying to capture that segment onto the B side. They capture one, bring Wolves to their last 5 lives here, and it might just be the first round going to the side of Kagendra if they're able to close this one up. Wolves Neon tries to get one. He is one of the last 3 players alive on the side of Wolves, and Kagendra down to 5 as well. It's gonna be a slow S&D game here if they're not able to find each other just yet, but Guangguo goes straight for it, and it looks like last player on the side of Wolves gonna get taken down. Kagendra with 3 lives left, they make it right in time.
Right in time indeed, almost close to a finish, but of course Wolves unfortunately dropping the ball there on that first matchup. They were definitely on the lead, but that push Bravo for the takeover was just not the right call there. They did not really need to. If they were able to just go in for the kills already, that would have put them in a better situation because they were ahead in their lives, and now Reef punishing them already with that Sparrow. Spots one, gets a double right there, probably get number 3, but not just yet. And now 27-29 is our kill count, but Zai welcoming him with a BP 50 right there. And now, of course, 27-28, a bit of advantage on the side of Kagendra. But this time, Wolves getting a smarter play, securing Alpha already here. Bravo definitely is not the situation for the Wolves right now, as of course, we're just both lives is on the favor here. Second segment, all good for the Wolves.
It looks like that A segment is going to be captured onto the side of Wolves really soon, as none of the players on the side of Kagendra, or only 1 or 2 players on the side of Kagendra, are over there defending it. And that's going to be an easy 1 minute extension if Wolves are really able to claim that. But it looks like a retake's going to come through from the side of Kagendra. And here, over at the B side, we have a little bit more action. A couple of the players on the side of Wolves going on to a fight with Kagendra, and the same thing happens on this A side. Now back and forth we go here. Before the teams are able to securely capture a single side, they go in for a double capture now onto that B side and the A side, trying to force Kagendra to split up their resources here. They have to decide which side's more important for them. Is it that A side? Is it that B side? It looks like they're gonna decide to give up the B side to the players on the side of Wolves to get that 1 minute extension.
And now 1 minute 50 is our score. Line up with their 21-14, 13 rather, is our life count here. All the advantage for the Wolves. They still have the 2 segments here at Alpha, but Kagendra just making sure that they have what it takes to shut down the offense right now as they're going 17-12. Wolves may lose this one if they're not careful right now. Kagendra with the War Machine, taking it down right there, making sure that they have control this time of Alpha. They're just lining it up, but still not finding one. But finds triple right there from Trickster. And now it's a 12-10 situation. 2 life advantage on the side of the Wolves, but still, if they're not careful, they will end right there. But of course, 10-8 is the setup right here. Kagendra making sure that they have evening it odds. Nian eating it right there. The nade from Me6. And now Trickster just going in. Hunter Killer Drone definitely available for now. 7-7 is our score. It's gonna feel alive that Nian spots one. Trying to get the double. Fran right there from the back. 6-6. It's back and forth we go. And it's just a matter of cat and mouse chase. Inside gets in. Last 5 right there for both squads. Who fumbles the ball this time? It is gonna be a very difficult situation. As Peg is just trying to be careful here. Last life for all these teams. They need to be smart here. Alpha is still 1 tick away, but definitely no good to take over there. Zai spots one. 5-4 situation. Maybe finding it a 5-4, not just Trickster. Guy lining up that sniper, just lining up Zai's head, but not just yet. 5-4. But Wolves Guagua has already done something, but could not deliver just yet. 5-4 situation. 5-2. Oh no, again! Wolves again in a bad situation with their life. 1v3. Punching it right in the face, but of course B6 finish punishing there as they win 2-0. Again, Wolves Esports, they had the lead, but unfortunately fumbles it at the end. That last kill, that was a very risky punch, and of course the punish was there from Kagenda. They now lead 2 points. 2 more to go and they will definitely take this round.
Kagendra doesn't want to go out without a fight here. They already lost Search and Destroy and they already lost Hardpoint. They are not willing to give this up too. Right now, they're definitely trying to get this control match to their side, and so far it's been working really well. Kagendra gets the opening picks of this round as well, bringing Wolves down to 23 lives left. Now Wolves hasn't been able to defend that B side. It looks like Kagendra is going to be easily able to get that 1 minute extension from them, and then they just have to focus their resources onto that A site later on.
Bravo definitely falling in the hands of Kagendra, that's for sure. And now with that 2 minute mark left, Alpha is gonna be a difficult situation to secure for Wolves here, so that's probably not the best play here. But 2024 is our score, but Me6 just lining up those shots right there. Trickster finding one, finding two right there for the double. Fran finds one of his own as well. 16-23 is our kill count right now, so it's not again in the favor of Wolves one more time, but of course they're trying to just evening up the odds here. Nian, rest of the crew trying to make sure that they're landing it, but Fran has that annihilator. Same thing with Zai, and he gets it first. Zai trying to go for the second, and he does, making it the number 3. Yes sir, yes, 4K right there for Nian, and it's just landing perfectly, making it a number 5, I guess. My goodness, it's now a 12 situation. They now have the momentum, but of course the life out still in the advantage of Kagenda, but making it even with Pegs. Equalizer. 10-12 is the score. Owl spots one, gets a double. Nope, the trade is good as well from Zai. And now 9-10 is the score. Wolves cannot fumble this one. They need a win, but B6 is otherwise. Takes it a 1 right there. 8-9 is our score. 1 life advantage on the side of Kagenda, but Wolves spots one. Ooh, unfortunately not the double right there. It's not gonna happen just yet. 7-8 here. Guagua is trying to go in for the be careful situation here. Probably everyone just says hold up. Peggy might find one right there. Thief just needs to find that head glitch perhaps, but will not risk it just yet. And now 1 life advantage on the side of Kagenda. Wolves be a 3-0 situation, or finally it's gonna be Wolves. No, that's not gonna be the case yet. It's a 5-8 situation. Can Kagenda nail this one to a 3-0? Probably, yes sir.
Ooh.
And now just everything is just not landing. Owl finds one another. Last 2 right there. It's just inside. It's Nian. 1 more to go. It's the long range takedown courtesy of the equalizer right there. 3-0 all in favor of Kagenda.
My gosh, Kagendra, this might just be their opportunity to win 4-0 over Wolves. And that will be a very, very dominant way to end up the series. Despite losing Hardpoint, despite losing Search and Destroy, they are putting up a fight here, and their morality, their hopes are still up to be able to win this match. Right now, we see a lot of operator skills that play on the side of Kugendra as they try to get the numbers advantage here to their favor. They have control of that A side so far, losing a little bit of that B side to the players on the side of Wolves, but backup comes right in time to put a stop to that. And unfortunately, they do lose a segment. It looks like they might lose even 2 segments to the players on the side of Wolves as Wolves attempts to make a comeback here.
The comeback is trying, it's still there, it's possible. Bravo will definitely be in the hands of Wolves Esports here, and it does definitely, but of course it's a 22-21 situation. Kagendra has always managed to pull an insane upset when it comes to the kill count, and Me6 again lining up his shots perfectly but could not deliver just yet, while when the rest of the team trying to even up the situation here. Definitely for Wolves, they do not want to end this right here, but Fran definitely has other plans, and the rest of the crew as well. As Fran going through the smoke, gets one, but unfortunately the trade is there as well. 17-18, 1 life advantage. Nope, Reef makes it a 2 life advantage for Kagendra, and again that evening up the score here for the Wolves. Back and forth we go, and Alpha probably in the taking here for Kagendra.
It looks like Me6 is going to be able to get a close range shot there, even with a sniper, but looks like we are gonna have to wait and see how this one ends up, because it's just a 1 life difference between Kagendra and Wolves, but they make it 2 now as King takes down Me6. And it looks like Wolves still has a couple of operator skills that they can pull out here. But Kagendra, on the other hand, they are just playing with their guns right now. They just need to be able to get their kills taken care of. But Guagua, huge 2-piece there. Same with Zai, huge 2-piece. And Fran does the same as well. 5 players left on the side of Kagendra. It doesn't look like they have much room to move around with. But Wolves might just have an opportunity here as Kagendra's down to their last 2 players. Peg on a rampage here, getting a huge 3-piece, looking for that last and final player. Neon finds it and gets that kill taken care of. Finally, we see a score on the board for the side of Wolves, and Kagendra, they're still on match point.
That is still not a way to any time to celebrate for the Wolves. Yes, they were able to take down Kagendra right there, but it's heavily contested. They just need to be smart about it. One thing here is Bravo is a very difficult one to defend. Best case scenario is get Alpha, but right now it is just absolutely insane here. Back and forth we go, but still in the advantage here is Kagendra with a 28-26 situation. Kagendra spots one right there. One more time. It is now falling it down. Alpha and Bravo this time look like it's gonna be a double takedown for Kagendra here. They're trying to secure Alpha and Bravo at the same time, splitting Wolves here. It's gonna be a big situation and problem, but Fran just gets that Annihilator takedown right now, and it's now 25-21, all in favor for Kagendra, as Bravo will definitely be in their favor.
We'll see how this one goes, because it looks like Kagendra is going to be able to capture that B side easily. No contest, no whatsoever from the side of Wolves, but they are, however, down in the numbers. Now, A side is all everyone has to worry about now. They have to be able to defend this properly if they want to stop Kagendra from winning out the match. King here going to get a huge 2-piece on over to the kill feed, and he continues to try and get more slays, but Zai here, very sneaky corner, gets 2 onto the player on of the side of Kagendra, and that's going to be huge for their team as they lower the numbers of lives left for Kagendra, who's down at 17. Wolves has the life advantage now.
The life advantage is there, but again, we've seen it before. If Kagendra's not careful, Wolves is not careful, they're gonna drop the ball this time. But of course, Peg trying to learn from his mistakes with that equalizer, making it an 18-14 situation. But Fran has different ideas right now, making it a 16-1 right there. It is just absolutely insane. Wolves spots one from up top. The breakdown is good, and take down Me6 as well. And now it's a 16-11 situation. Trickster has different things on his sleeve right now. Still not landing, but of course, that War Machine play can come in anytime soon. So of course, we're now down to a 14-10 situation. No takedown for Alpha just yet. That's Guagua. They trying to go in for the push right there. And now final 6. This time for Kagendra. The Wolves cannot drop this ball right now. They have to be smart about it. Me6 spots one, but of course, it's still a 12-4 situation. Wolves just need to make a smart play here and let Kagenda walk into their gunfire.
This is not looking good for Kogendra. After playing a really good 3 rounds, they're starting to lose their footing here. They already lost 1 round to Wolves, and it looks like they might lose another here with 2 lives remaining on the scoreboard. It's not looking good. They have to hide away, stay together, and work as a team. But Guagua about to spot one, takes down Trickster, and another one on Me6, and that's going to be a second round win to the side of Wolves as they attempt a comeback here up against Kogendra.
The comeback moment for Wolves Esports is knocking already. Definitely, they have at least 4 operator skills available for the side of the Wolves. Same thing with the side of Kagenda. Now becomes a very crucial situation for both teams. Kagenda to the finish right now, and Trickster fires away immediately. That War Machine, Reef doing the same thing as well. But of course, right now, it's all Wolves getting punished for that situation. At Me6 finds it, but unfortunately wastes it as well. 26-29 is our initial setup. Trickster still has that War Machine to make sure that everyone is get punished right there, and a double is good as well. 24-27, all in favor of Kagenda. Kagenda wants to finish it, but of course the Wolfpack definitely has something in their sleeve. They still have the opportunity to take this one as they're trying to secure Alpha while the chaos is going on.
Yup, so far looks like the Wolves have a chance here, but then again, there's really no telling how this is going to end up because Kogendra is so hungry for that win right now. But Zai pulls out the Annihilator, trying to spot a couple kills here, gets one, going in for the second one, but not able to spot out the player just yet. Wolves on that third segment now for that A side. But look at this Zai with a huge 4-piece here, trying to make it 5, but unfortunately the Annihilator expires, pulls out the gun instead, and gets that kill confirmed. Now, only one more segment to capture that A side, get that 1-minute extension for the side of Wolves, and we might just see Wolves tie it up at 3 points here because Kogendra is down to 12 lives left, and that is not a lot of room to move with. That is not a position you want to be placed in when you're this close to winning. And Zai right now, sneaking around, is going to be able to spot one, lowers the number of Kogendra even more, and it looks like Kogendra is gonna have to somehow find a change of rhythm here.
They need to find a change of rhythm for sure. 18-7 is our score. It's all been the Wolfpack trying to shut down Kagenda right here. They want to make sure to push this to at least a 3-3 situation, and it's now 17-6. Bravo again is still up for the taking here, and they will be able to secure first and second segment as we're now down to the final 5 lives for Kagenda. Nian will get one right there, but the trade, not just yet, but we're gonna leave them first. Guagua taking out, and the final 2, it's gonna be Trickster, who will be taken out by Guagua right there, and the one more takedown, and we are tied, both teams at match point. Who will take this one? Will the Wolves push this to a 3-0, or Kagenda will finally push this and get a win for their team?
Watch out! Flash!
This is absolutely crazy. Both of these teams now at match point. It's just a matter of who's able to close up this round and come out victorious. Right now, it looks like Kogendra is going to get the first pick of the match, but Wolves gets their fair share of kills as well. And it's a bloodbath out here in Raid as both of these teams fight for the opportunity to win the control match. Zai, through the smoke, is going to spot out one of the players on the side of Kogendra, but not able to claim that kill yet. Reef, however, is going to be taken down by King's Grenade, and Me6 goes out for more kills here. King does the same and gets 3 big kills here. A lot of operator skills going to be invested into as Al pulls out the equalizer here, trying to find the players of Wolves, and they lower the numbers of lives left on the side of Wolves while trying to capture that B side.
B side is still good, but of course, heavy contention is still there. It's gonna be a difficult takedown, but Bravo is almost 2 segments in. Kagenda definitely want to make sure to at least secure Bravo for themselves. But for the Wolves here, they just need to be a little bit careful as they're now down to 21-23 here. 2 life advantage for the side of Kagenda here, and making it a little bit smaller here. But the Wolves need to be smart right now. Then it's a 20-22. Alpha is still open. The slide doesn't matter. The King just landing in with a triple right there, trying to make it a 4K. And yes, he does! And managing to just break that lead to an 18-18 situation. But Me6 spots one with a sniper takedown right there. Probably trying to go for the second. But of course, just again, pulling out the claw. Find one up there. The takedown is definitely good. 15-17. Back and forth we go. But of course, so far, advantage is all within Kagendra. They want to finish this, but Nian shuts down the bleed right now, trying to go in. 12-15. Pegs trying to even up the score. Trickster has the War Machine in play, trying to take down any member that he sees. It's 3 life advantage. Wolves pops in those nades. The frag. And same thing with the Annihilator. This is just absolutely intense. 3 life advantage, all in favor of Kagendra. Can they finish it off this time? But Wolves with the Annihilator trying to line in one, trying to go for a triple right there. Let's go and still have more bullets on that Annihilator in an 8-9 advantage, 1 life advantage on the side of Kagendra.
Only a couple more seconds before we find out which of these two teams are going to win the match out. But Wolves still has their operator skills that they can invest in. It just matters about the timing when they decide to pull it out. Kagendra, however, they are on the other side of the match. They are not doing that well. They don't have operator skills, but however, they're winning their gunfights here. Only 3 players left. Make that 2 on the side of Wolves, and Kagendra might just be able to close up the game here if they're able to find that lasting final player. Nian right behind them is going to be lurking around the courts, and he spots one. That's information given to the players of Kagendra on where he might be, and he gets taken down. Kagendra is gonna win the control match.
The control match goes to Kagendra, but of course, both a match, Hardpoint and Search and Destroy, is still with the Wolves. It's a 2-1 split. Finally, at least Kagendra taking a W for their team as we close up the match. Heavily contested. I mean, I have to give it to the Wolves, but unfortunately, those Bravo push at Raid was definitely a key to their loss there, unfortunately. But nevertheless, good effort there for Kagendra. And for the Wolves, this is still a good match for them. I mean, they were able to push it to 3-3. They were down 2-0. So now I can definitely say that their control game is definitely improving. Not just yet. It's just a matter basically of landing their shots quite well. And of course, being a little bit smarter and finding when and how to go in for those objectives, especially at Bravo and Raid, because it's all open. And basically from how we saw things transpired, Kagendra was just lining them up and just blowing them out of proportion, and when they tried to go for Bravo, they were being punished very hard.
Yeah, definitely. However, we have to also consider that comeback from Wolves. I mean, they won 3 rounds straight to tie it up with Kagendra, but luckily Kagendra found their footing once again after losing that momentum to be able to close up the match, because if they didn't find a way to recover, Wolves might have taken that too, and it might just have been a donut served to Kagendra.
For sure. I mean, that possibility was always there. It was almost close already when we had the 10-12 situation, but unfortunately with the advantage of the operator skills on the side of Kagendra, it was just not gonna look good already for the side of Wolves. As we now check the highlights, as I've mentioned, Bravo was the key to victory for Kagendra. They were just lining it up perfectly there. They're able to do it right. When Wolves was going in for Alpha, they were able to secure it quite well. The smokes were good efforts on the side of the Wolves here and trying to go for Bravo, but even for Alpha, but it was just not really working for them on certain situation. It was just Kagendra really finding their shots on almost all situations and making sure that they win this one.
Yeah, definitely. Kagendra definitely needed this win very much after losing very close games in Search and Destroy and Control. I bet this in Search and Destroy and Hardpoint, I bet this Control match was definitely a way to lift the weight out of their spirits. But of course, it's really not enough to be able to get ahead of the Group A table, but we'll have to see how they're going to be able to deal up against their future competition.
For sure, the competition is still tight here, but a day for the Wolves to celebrate, even though they lost control. That's okay for Kagendra. It's a good way to, in a way, celebrate as well. I mean, they got at least a win against the Wolves. A good show here, especially at control, but definitely they need to look into their hardpoint and their Search and Destroy games and just tweak things to their favor, because it was very close, too close for comfort. As much as possible when dealing with these situations, you do your best to really create a huge lead against your opponents, because if not, things can turn around, and it did happen to Kagendra twice. So now it is over for them, and we're just gonna wait for the statistics and see who is our best player for this setup. right here. But while we're waiting for that, Sabi, walk me through probably one of your most favorite moments between Wolves and Kagendra here at this game.
My favorite moments. Wow, that's a little hard because there are a lot of them. I mean, they were just so good at putting us at the edge of our seats. I mean, as I said a while ago, all of the games that they played so far were really down to the line. They were really, really close, and you couldn't really, I guess, predict which among these two teams would win. And I think that's my favorite part about it. I hate one-sided matches. I love matches where you are forced to really think and consider the possibilities of both of these teams winning and both of the teams losing. And there were so many good plays, especially in search and destroy, where we saw those snipers really pop off those angles, really put to good use. And that grenade, they sometimes people underestimate the use of a grenade, but it can be really useful if you know the angles that you should be throwing it at, to the popular spots where people are hiding at. That could be a very, very useful tool.
The Nate takes down definitely during search and destroy were definitely an insane moments. Even the long shot sniper kills. But yeah, just to recap everyone, for Wolves against Kagendra, it was 250 against 242. Wolves won. 9 against 7. The Wolves won again. And this time, 3 to 4, Kagendra won. You realize how close those numbers are. It was just almost winning by an inch basically of a situation for either team. So I definitely have to say Wolves and Kagendra evenly matched squads, and I have no love lost for each of them. They're definitely well deserving of their spots here at CDSI, and they definitely put up a heck of a show. Stress the heck about the two of us here, Sabi. I mean, they gave us insane moments, and I was just super stressed out. And hopefully, as we move on to our final match here for the evening for Elevate against DBS, either it's gonna be even more stressful or probably a little bit more relaxed. Either we will deal with that later, but for now it's just gonna be Wolves and Kagendra as we wait for the stats here, and of course the final count between these two squads. And I have to say, I guess at every single situation for both squads, they were able to really step up and at the same time showcase their strengths. I mean, for all the moments here, it's kind of hard to pinpoint here at for control, because when you're trying to go back to the counts, I mean, everyone was really doing their utmost best, and the kill counts were definitely here and there, but definitely the 5K, the 4K moments for Kagenda was just absolutely insane. But I have to say, for this entire matchup, I guess the ones that really stood up to me were, one, for Kagenda, it has to be Owl for that insane nade kills. On the side of Wolves, I have to say, I mean, Peg was just an absolute monster. He is still the guy to beat for this team.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of good players, but it's not only Peg, it's not only Owl. There's everyone on the team as well, helping and carrying their own weight. We also saw some really big plays from like Nian and Emis as well, and some other players here on these two teams. And it's just a matter of supporting one another to get this far into the competition. And we have to bring up also the topic of that hardpoint match. Kogenja was actually the one about to win the match, but because the second hardpoint ran out of time, they had to switch on to P number 3. Wolves took advantage of that rotation and took the win. But if it wasn't for that, Kogenja definitely had the chance of closing it up.
It's very close match. It's same thing that we've had here at Control. Everything was just too close. 3-4 is our score. This time in favor of Kagendra. Look at that kill count right there. And of course the stats for all of our players. Definitely on the side of Kagendra, it is none other than Reef, finally stepping up this one with a 1.13, 1.58 rating. On the side of the Wolves, well, of course, we have King and Zai here, landing a 2.0 KD with 62 kills, right to his name, at a 2.09 rating. Unfortunately, that insane 60 kills was just not enough for Wolves to secure the victory against Kagendra. Objective-wise, and those takedowns were just too good. It was too close. But again, no love lost for the Wolves. They're still definitely one of the best teams to beat here, and of course to look out for here at CDSI.
Yep, definitely. And once again, guys, this is going to be the end of the fourth match of the tournament or of today. Of course, we'll have to wait and see. Who do you think our MVP player is going to be?
For this one, definitely on the side of control, it has to be Al for sure. As that solid KD rating, landing 44. If the tides were turned, honestly, and Wolves won this, it has to be Zai for sure. And yes, it is gonna be Reef first MVP for this one, 44 frags, 1.58 right there. Congratulations to Reef and finally stepping up his game here, but unfortunately, still it's a win too late because it was a one basically a 2-1 situation for them. And now as we can see, Zai with a 1.59, Peg with a 1.38, and Nian with 1.34. It was only Trickster who managed to push himself to the top 5, and of course Owl as well at 1.2, while the rest are just dropping off, unfortunately lower. For Guagua, it's still a good effort. King, Reef, and Fran as well. Even for Mystics, even for those 0.98, they still did one heck of a job putting up an amazing show for this evening and really, putting us on the edge of our seat and almost probably giving us heart attacks every now and then.
Yeah, a couple heart attacks definitely happened there. There were moments where we thought some players or some certain teams would win a round, but the tide would always turn, and it was nothing that we would expect would happen. It would always be the opposite. But with that, it is once again the end of the series.
And now, of course, we're gonna just take a quick break. We're just gonna try to breathe from all that action because we got one more action for you guys this evening. Again, it's gonna be Elevate versus TVS for our final matchup here at the day 4 of the group stage for CDSI. Relax, stick around, alright?
Mission live or die, watch a bullet flying by, go and play your life. Enemies are running left, right, press fight. I'm gonna show you how it's in, you better sit tight. One down, 3 coming back at ya. Thinking that we're done, but I'm tougher than an armor.